highly specialist software developed by one dude in Japan, with minimal documentation, uh, even in Japanese and even less in English, and it functions about as well as a piece of software can under those circumstances.
I mean, we can complain about it all we want.
But
Like,
what
it
are the
has some,
alternatives anyway? I've always wanted
yeah,
to know what are the alternatives here for
Uh,
an
For
Amaranth.
the
for
internet.
things that work with retro consoles for native analog recording, not much. Like,
Of course.
the reason that everybody puts up with Amorex bullshit is because it is the best option. You know, getting it to work is kind of like arcane magic, but there really isn't a better option.
it's a shame too, because like it's like what 8-year-old software at this point.
Well,
8-year-old.
there is a newer
8
version.
years?
It's
8
just
years?
exclusively available in Japanese.
I thought it's been around since way longer than that. Hasn't Amaranth been
think
around for longer than
The
that?
version, the release that Soniku is referring to is probably what, version 3.1?
Yeah, the latest version that I at least am aware
Yeah,
of.
3.1 is the latest English release that I'm aware of, and that is about 8 years old. Then there is a 4.1 release that I
Oh.
couldn't get working, and I couldn't troubleshoot it to figure out how to get it working because it's not available in English. So,
Yeah, somebody
my
should
Japanese
really.
is not good enough to fumble my way through the installation process and the configuration of it.
Somebody really ought to just port that whole project to GitHub or something, and just work on it from there, or at least some project. You know,
I mean, the problem is it's not open source software, so we don't have access to the
Oh.
source codes, and
Yeah.
a lot of Japanese devs, particularly in the retro scene, are kind of funny about open source stuff. It's the same kind of mentality about like not dumping rare arcade PCBs or ROMs or what have you. There's, I mean, just some interesting cultural stuff in the scene. Like, yeah, it's an uphill battle. Like, you're not gonna get any progress in it.
And I bet they know that too.
Oh yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, they're not wrong. It's just like a difference of opinion and a difference of like software development philosophy. Like, okay, for instance, SSF, which is pretty much the best, most compatible Sega Saturn emulator, is basically the same situation as Amarak. It's one dude, it's closed source, and it's not got the best documentation in the world. Because, I mean, a lot of these projects are developed with basically the idea of like, okay, I did this specifically for my personal use case, and I'll put it out there if anyone else wants to use it, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out what everyone else's needs are. You know, that's fine. It's like, you know, no warranty implied. Like,
Oh, what happened to my character there?
well, what happened is your character is in Castlevania, but he appears to be using a spear.
Well, what happened was Amarek.
How did you know I was playing on Armorag this time?
Lucky guess.
I actually don't even have my CRT open. I'm just looking at Armorag.
Oh, I was doing that the other
Something
day. I was playing off when I got the Extreme Cap, I was just playing off the preview window and doing surprisingly all right. It's definitely
I feel like
lower
it's
latency
playing
than any
emulator.
card that I've used before.
But yeah, like I'm just surprised that nobody else has really tried to come along and do something, like what Amarek is doing, or at least to the level of, notoriety, so to speak, because
Amrock is
No,
less
I mean,
variety.
needed.
Yeah, it just comes down to it's way easier to make good enough documentation for like here's how you make Amarek work for this situation, well enough for most people's use cases. I mean, it's already very niche software. Uh, so I mean, it just giving somebody a config that is good enough is so many orders of magnitude easier than trying to duplicate its functionality in like an open source project. Like,
I guess.
I mean,
I don't know.
like maybe there's somebody in the retro community and more specifically the speedrun community who has the technical skills and knowledge required to make something that can interface with capture cards and do what Amarek does, but also the understanding of user experience to implement like the kind of features that people would want. Like, I guess my point is like the pool of talent that you're drawing from who would be willing to do something like this is very, very small.
Hmm.
Alright, well, this run is looking real good.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, all this time you got piles of golds. No pun intended.
Oh wow, I didn't even know you were streaming right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, all that trash
Clock.
talk about Dagger and all got logged.
Clock Tower. Is that any good?
Depends who you ask.
I mean, I can put it this way. Originally, Dagrin only played this game to race against, like, I think Kronun and Xanto, and then he ended
Fuck
up
up the
playing
dog
through every
skip.
single ending in one evening.
Nice.
This is an easy skip.
There's two parts to the skip, huh?
Is the skip going down the ladder?
No, it's with the dog there so he doesn't wake up and bother you, basically.
Okay.
You can tell it's a good run because Dagrin doesn't have the headphones on.
Yeah, when he takes his headphones on, it's like they're gonna ruin out my run.
Oh wow, this is looking okay. Wow, that
Looking like a
started to
Dagger
look
run, right?
like something.
It's almost ready to upload on SD archives.
Yeah, down with SRC. We all move back to STA or whatever.
So would you guys believe me that I'm actually on pace to tie the record?
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Considering you got a gold page in front of us, yes.
Gold page.
One more in your Uncle Scrooge. I don't know why Jabba the Hutt is chasing you, that's what I'm wondering.
Oh, you don't know who that is? Actually, I shouldn't say anything. That might be a spoiler.
I'm not gonna go watch Creepers if that's what you're worried about. Also, although it could be a good Planet Chaos Halloween evening. watching creepers.
Oh god.
I mean, I guess that would be kind of like when we watched The Lawnmower Man.
Oh my god, you just set that like baby on fire.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
Just sometimes, yeah, just you know, you
Sometimes
ever
you
just
light
want to
babies on fire.
you ever want to be an arsonist, you know, just tap over a lamp onto a giant baby and you know, there you go.
Like zombies ate my neighbors.
Dude, that's
Baby
basically
fight
the
fire.
exact sort of stuff I was trying to avoid last night. We were sitting out, burning some logs in a fire pit, and, my friend's 5-year-old nephew was very interested in burning sticks and was very eager to try to get too close to the fire, so we had to keep him a safe distance away from it.
Mash. Gotta remember to mash here. Alright, we'll see if that was enough. Yes!
Nice.
Oh my god.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, when's the last time you've done something where every split was gold?
With this kind of bullshit RNG kind of game.
That's kind of the name of the game with this with the clock tower runs.
T is for RNG.
RNG. No,
That's
I have
world record.
like
2
literally,
seconds.
I have literally nothing to complain about with that run.
So Zento, was it possible because the first run?
I
was
think like maybe there's some slight optimizations to the movement. I know some of my action commands entering doors were a little on the slow side, but like all my text skips were correct. All the skips were done. Like, I think I got all the text skips and every other skip was executed. I got the luck. The doll was nice. I can't remember the last time I've gotten an ideal doll pattern on a proper seed. Yeah, that was pretty crazy, that entire run.
11:49.6.
Oh yeah, it was a late split too, that's right.
Could be 2.5 maybe. You were a little bit busy knocking this chick off your level. Is
Okay.
this the part where you planned the clock tower stream for 5 hours and now you don't know what to do?
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got plenty other endings I can do here. Let's not forget, there's still the E ending. There is still the,
The H? There's all endings?
there is
It
an all endings category. Yes.
Isn't that just the best when you're planning on a long stream, but then you just get world record, like, immediately?
I mean, I was off to a good start. I already PB'd and D ending earlier, so.
Do you think what's his name, Igdisis or whatever? Is he gonna try to get it back now? Because now you're every run.
Oh yeah, you are
is-
horning in on his territory.
He's got all the endings except C now.
Pat's fan. Oh, sorry. Smooch him. Wow, 5 gifted subs. Everyone enjoy the emotes. I have like 3 of them. That was pretty sick rum. Oh, I'm sure. And first of all, his pronunciation for his name is Ecticus. It's Ecticus. I found out about that. I forget which run it was, but he did say something about that. I used to call him Ecdysis too, but it's Ecticus.
Must be a Canadian thing.
And I don't know. I think he might be working on F ending. As far as I know, he is anyway. He could be working on something else.
Well, it
He
seems
does
like
tend to. Thank you for the congratulations and the GGs as well. And thank you as well, Saryu.
He's been on Siren and Blood Curse last few weeks, whatever that is, and Dead Rising.
Yeah, it looks like most of these runs that he's done seem to be like 1 to 2 years old, aside from like S ending. So,
Are they? No, he's like many of them are just a few weeks old.
B ending, C ending is a month ago, and so is all endings.
yeah, but like
His F ending run, I think, is like 2 years old though.
A ending's 2 years, H is 2.
A